Hello everyone, my name is Paolo Tangari, I'm an advertising photographer from Italy. I'm here today to talk about the new BenQ Monitor SW271. The BenQ guys sent me this 27-inch monitor to test it on the field and my workflow and test its potential. The monitor is solid, with an essential design and easy to assemble. The base is locked with a screw. The monitor is interlocked with the pressure of a button. The vertical column allows you to rotate the monitor horizontally without moving the base. Also, you can tilt the screen to work around optimal height. An interesting possibility is to rotate the screen 19 degrees and be able to work in portrait mode. Using the monitor vertically is certainly inconvenient if we have to work on vertical shots, being able to exploit the whole useful area looking at the complete image. The monitor comes with a comfortable shading hood, excellent tool to avoid reflections and unwanted light invasion. The shading hood is made up of several well-made pieces, with intuitive and fast-fitting joints. The shading hood is also modeled in vertical order, to mount it when working in portrait mode. The screen is 27 inches. The resolution is 3840 by 2160 pixels. It's 4K and set up to support HDR, Technicolor certified, and perfectly lit in every single corner. One of the most important things is that it covers 99% of the Adobe RGB space, and the ability to switch from one color profile to another with a simple button or with the GamutDuo mode, that we will see later. It's essential that the monitor on which we work is reliable in the management and visualization of the colors. As an advertising photographer, color management in my photographs is one of the most important aspects. In our studio in Turin, North Italy, we do a lot of post-production. We cut and paste and transform and change colors and lights to get the most effective photographs possible. When we work on images that we publish on the web, we must take into account how the colors will be displayed. When we prepare files to be printed, we must make sure that the colors on the paper corresponds to those that we have processed on the monitor. To give you an example, here you see the same photograph printed with a profile on a device with a second profile and still printed with a third profile. Look at the man's shirt in the foreground. The first one is orange, the second one is blue, and the third one is red. Simplifying, color is nothing else than a set of numbers, and the color profile is the way in which our devices read those numbers. That's why I need to know the color profiles I work on, and I have to make sure that my instruments interpret them in the right way. To make sure that the monitor works properly, the best advice is to calibrate it to create a perfect monitor profile. The measurement should be done with a professional calibrator and repeated at least 2 or 3 times a year. In this case, I use a Spider 5 and a dedicated software from BenQ, Palette Master Element, passing the cable through the dedicated hole in the shading hood. Attach the calibrator to the monitor USB socket. Once the software starts, check the model of the calibrator and display some option of dedicated color profiles. A tip: if it's possible, calibration should be done without any direct light striking the screen, or better, still in the dark. Now, I place the calibrator and start the measurement, which will last about 15 or 20 minutes. At the end of the calibration, a personalized profile will be created, which I will set as the color profile used by the BenQ monitor. One feature that struck me about SW271 is the ability to switch from one color profile to another in a few simple steps. With the remote control, I can go, for example, from Adobe RGB to sRGB or black or white simply by clicking one of the numbered keys. This is very useful, for example, if I'm working on some photos that will be published online. It allows me to see the images and adjust the colors in real time, as we will see online. But there is something else. The BenQ SW271 allows me to display 2 colors profiles simultaneously on the same monitor. Let's see how it works. The monitor is connected to a MacBook Pro with HDMI and DP cable. The display system is set to mirror mode. That it means that on the BenQ monitor I see the same things that I see on the MacBook Pro. Now let's switch to the function picture-in-picture or picture-by-picture. I can choose picture-by-picture, and that's it. 2 images, the same images, are shown together on the same monitor. Now I can choose by color adjustment which will be the color profile that I visualize on the main monitor, Adobe RGB in this case. And in the picture by picture window I can choose color gamut and switch to sRGB, standard RGB. And that's it. Now I can see the same monitor with Adobe RGB profile and sRGB profile. This is picture by pictures. It means one picture near the other. Let's see how it works the pictures in picture. The picture in picture is the same things, but I have a small window of the same monitor to see the two different color profile, one Adobe RGB and the sRGB. I can change the color profile as I showed you before in color mode, GamutDuo color profile, and then I can move the position of the small windows in vertically and horizontally and place the window where I want. That's a cool tool because it's very useful when you need to see in real time how your work will appear and how the people will see your work. If you're a professional, that's a very, very important thing. You can see how much difference between the two red. One is Adobe RGB and the other is standard RGB, as I see on the web. You can see the red is different, the green is different, and the color and tone of the skin of the boy are different. If I want the same color of the skin of the boy for the picture that I publish online in sRGB, I should make a color adjustment or something else in post-production. And that's all. My final judgment is that this monitor is definitely a help for those who work at professional level and has important needs for photo editing and digital retouching. Surely being able to work on a reliable and properly calibrated monitor can save us a lot of time in various corrections and changes and adjustments, and as professionals we know how much our time is worth, which is why every piece of our equipment needs to be evaluated in terms of accuracy and reliability. The more reliable your instrument is, and the more time you have available to be simply creative. Thank you and bye!